Praise be to Jesus. We give God all the praise and all the glory. We are still talking about the table, and it's a powerful table. You need to understand the table. Now, let me read Matthew chapter 9. Matthew chapter 9, I read from verse 9. As Jesus passed on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax office. And he said to him, "Follow me." So he arose and followed him. Now it happened, as Jesus sat at the table in the house, that behold, many tax collectors and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples. Glory, glory. This is a table. And when the Pharisees, so let's leave it there to verse 10. Many tax collectors and sinners. Now, this is Jesus reclining at the table with sinners. Now, everybody must be invited to the table. But you need to know this, that once Jesus died on the cross, that is an invitation. So you need to accept him. Now, why were sinners sitting with him at the table? Because for Jesus, life and death. Now, when I say life and death, being cut off from the Lord, spiritual death, the issue of life and death is more important to Jesus than trying to preserve yourself so you not be contaminated. So he didn't mind dining with them, with tax collectors, with sinners, because the table is not a physical table, but it is an environment that we create to make relationship relating to each other easier. In other words, a place that the kingdom culture is restored, that we are co-equal. Now, there are standards and there are values. Jesus had a standard. He was the Son of God. But for man to be invited onto the table, even though they were sinners, this is the standard. Just like Mephibosheth was lame. When you read the Old Testament in Leviticus, he didn't qualify to sit on the table. But he was brought onto the table by mercy. Why? Because there is only one value in the eyes of Jesus. The value is that man, irrespective of whether they are born again, whether they believe in the same doctrine or not, man was made in the image and likeness of God. So they could be smelly. They may not match up to your standard, but in the eyes of Jesus, all these sinners, tax collectors, they were also made in the image and likeness of God. So there is only one value, is that once a part, an element of God was used to create them, I invite them and I can dine with them and create oneness. If you don't make the move and invite these people into your space, how are you going to demonstrate the love of God? It is a table of acceptance. Accept the prostitute. Jesus dined with the prostitute. The prostitute poured oil on his feet, wipe it with the hair. Jesus allowed the woman with the issue of blood, bleeding for years, to touch him. Jesus dined with sinners, accepted sinners, because that is the only way you can do evangelism. Not going out there and selecting people you think are qualified and not qualified. People may not be of the same race, they may not be of the same religion, belief system, but you must sit with them and demonstrate grace on the table. Oh, glory. Oh, glory. The evangelism we do today is a complete deviation from what Jesus did. He entered their houses. He sat with them. He accepted them, because that is the purpose of the table. And I speak to your spirit and I make a declaration that you will accept those who are marginalized, rejected, disparaged, and there you will see that you are doing the work of the Lord. This is Pastor Edemado, and God bless you.